Hello, everyone. Hello, y'all. Welcome back to Colby's Corner. And today I'm giving y'all the Percy Jackson video that has been promised for far too long. Yeah. Here we are. So, what am I trying to say? Hold on. I made iced coffee, and it's not that good. I don't know what I'm drinking. It's like, it's okay. I don't know. Something's missing. But that's not what this is about. This video is about Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters. I had already read it. So let me give y'all a timeline. I made that video about my Percy Jackson video, and then I was like, I'm gonna read all the Percy Jackson stuff. So on a road trip, I read like the audiobook of Percy Jackson. I'm on the third one now, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I thought the Sea of Monsters was going to be bad. I really did, because I had seen a bunch of people talk about like the books and always say like the second one is like their least favorite and stuff like that. I'm like, what happened? Like, what happened to the Sea of Monsters? What is going on? But I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I think, should I rate it out of 5 or like, I'm gonna rate it out of like 5 stars, because isn't that like what Goodreads does? I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars if I had to like really rate it, just because for me personally, I think the ending didn't really, I think that like the actual ending, like when spoilers, this video is gonna be full of spoilers. We find out that Talia's tree has like morphed back into Talia, and she's freaking Zeus's dog. Like, that is a gag. And so, yeah, that ending, but like, I feel like I'm gonna get into it at a point, but the ending with the Cyclops and then with Luke and then like all that, I feel like it just dragged. I feel like that stuff dragged. It's like, this happened, we think it's over, but it's not over. And we think it's over, but it's not over. Like, it was a lot of that. And I don't know if anyone else felt that way, but that was me. Personally, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about everything that's going on. So, of course, this book is more action-packed than the first one, which I really enjoyed. Like, it was kind of thrilling. Like, when they're doing, like, the boat chase, and then they're escaping, when they escape from Camp Half-Blood on the little hippo, what they call it, hippocampus, when they do that, and then the chariot racing, when they're attacked by the birds, when they're fighting the ocean lady with the teeth, whatever her name is. When they're doing all that, like, action, I really enjoyed. I was, like, heavily invested. I'm like, how are we gonna get out of this one, y'all? How are we gonna get out of this one, gang? Like, that was me. So, I was really into all of that. Hold on, someone is ringing the doorbell. Okay, I am back. My nephew came over. There's a lot going on. I don't know if you can hear the vacuum in the back. I apologize. It's gonna end. Also, ignore the disco lights. You can see them. I have a disco ball in my room, and it's like, it's it's golden hour. So all the lights like start spinning around the room. It's cute as hell. But just try to ignore them. So back to what I was saying. I don't remember what I was saying, but I remember. Oh, I was talking about how it was action packed, right? I did enjoy all the action scenes. I was very entertained. Let's talk about the character. Let's talk about Percabeth. What we're all here for. Percabeth. Or is it Percabeth? No, it's Percy. So Percabeth. The scene where they're on the boat and the sirens are like calling, and then we turn around and Annabeth is not tied up no more, and she's swimming, and then Percy finna drown her, and then he like does the little bubble thing, and then like they're just sitting there until it's all like romance. Real romance is back, and I'm scared. I'm scared for how this scene is gonna play out in the show, because one thing that I'm really concerned about is that it's gonna be too dark. That we're gonna go underwater and it's gonna be pitch black, and we're gonna miss everything. Or like, I'm just scared we're not gonna be able to see it. That we're not going to be able to see it, and that would be devastating. But if this scene is adapted correctly to screen, cinema, cinema, cinema. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of any other when the island, Cersei's island. I love that scene. My favorite thing about this is when they kind of take Greek lore, because I'm pretty sure does Cersei in like original Greek lore turn men into like actual pigs, but I'm not sure. But if I'm assuming she turns them into like actual pigs, and so in the Percy Jackson version, she turns them into guinea pigs. Like I think that's cute. I think that's cute. Or didn't the monster have like braces or something? The monster that's like in the lake. I don't know, but I like how the Greek mythology is like adapted to like kind of the times. Like it's tweaked a bit. I love when kind of stories establish in a stories that are established. Hold on. I enjoy when stories that are already taking place in an established world, like the established world of Greek mythology. Yeah, I like when they kind of put their own twist on it, like how the Bermuda Triangle is where the Sea of Monsters is located. You know, I think that's very interesting. So yeah, Percabeth, I get it. I get it. Like the romance is fully blossoming. I understand. I love how it is developed in this novel. But something I miss is the trio. I realized I saw a tweet and it basically said, y'all know the only book that, you know, Percy, Annabeth, and Grover are all kind of together throughout the whole book is the first one. And I'm like, wait, really? And I'm realizing it. Like I read The Sea of Monsters, and like Grover, you know, is being held hostage for a majority of the novel, so it's kind of like the Percy and Annabeth adventure. And then I'm reading the third book right now. Percy is kind of, you know, Percy meets up with the Grover, but Annabeth is not there. So it's just like whoa, because I love the tree. I love trios, and I love when the trio works together. So like them being separated kind of hurt my feelings. It kind of hurt my feelings, but I do see how them being separated allows like certain care, even though Grover doesn't really get any character growth in this book. I mean, we know he goes after Pam, but then he's, you know, gets captured and he's basically just waiting to be saved. But I like how, you know, it gets us to see other characters, like, you know, how this is kind of Clarice's adventure, and we get that other side of Clarice, even though Clarice got on my nerves. When Clarice is literally tied up, about to get eaten by this troll or whatever, she gonna say, I audibly was like, now Clarice. When I was listening to, I was like, now Clarice. Now Clarice. When she was tied up and she was like, you can't tell that's a boy. You can't tell that's Grover. I was like, girl, you need him. Like, what are you doing? Clarice is sick and like twisted, but you know, obviously we get that we get to see why. Like, obviously there's a bunch of pressure on her. You know, Aries is not the best father, like father of the year, not Aries. So yeah, that was interesting. I like seeing that idea from her. I had notes. I'm trying to see if there's any other things I need to touch on. Yeah, I put Clarice pissed me off. I put what happened to Grover. I just wish we kind of saw a little more development from Grover, like in any kind of aspect, you know. I feel like Grover was just really sidelined in this book. But we also got Tyson, who kind of stood in for Grover. So it's like, okay, but yeah, I really enjoyed Tyson. I thought Tyson was adorable. I also put the gods. This is going to tie into Tyson. That's why I'm saying this. I put in my notes, the gods are hoes. The gods are hoes because, like, how are we? Because it's said that every Cyclops is a result of Poseidon, and like, I guess there's just about, and it tells how like there's a whole like society of Cyclops who are just like abandoned throughout America, and they're homeless, and you know, like all of this, like Cyclops just have it bad. And I'm like, whoa, father of the year, like Poseidon, you kind of suck. Poseidon, you kind of suck. And I just wonder how this is going to be developed in the show, because I guess Poseidon is just making his way around and making a bunch of ugly Cyclops babies. No shade to Tyson, you know, but I guess that's just what's happening. But in the show, it's kind of developed that Poseidon does love Sally Jackson, like he has feelings. He actually like appreciates Sally Jackson. And so like how am I supposed to feel that when Poseidon is also like a deadbeat daddy to like however many children? Like how am I supposed to how am I supposed to root for their relationship and feel things when Poseidon is just nasty? And I guess that that's the whole point of the book. Percy's kind of dealing with that, like how do I deal with my father being horrible? That's the whole dilemma of the story. But yeah, the guys they just be getting around like this is crazy. Let's see. So yeah, I put the gods are hoes. And the ending, let's talk about the ending. The ending dragged for me because I feel like we would get it. I don't know. It just, you can only pull the rug from underneath me so many times because so we escape the Cyclops' lair, right? I forgot the Cyclops. It's been a while since I read the book, honestly, but I still like remember clearly like me being like, okay, we escape the Cyclops. We make it across the little rickety old bridge, right? Doesn't the bridge like collapse and the Cyclops still makes it across? So it's like, oh Lord, we still ain't get rid of him. And so they fight on the little cliff or whatever, and Percy is about to kill the Cyclops basically, but he's like, no, I'm gonna allow you mercy. And the scene doesn't end there because Percy allows mercy, but the Cyclops is like, dummy, let me get you one more time. So that's like, that's a good fake out, right? So that they fight the Cyclops again. Then they get on the boat. They're running to, they're escaping the Cyclops. The Cyclops is throwing stuff at them. The boat starts sinking. So the boat starts sinking and the Cyclops is still after them. So it's like, Lord, here we go. And then that kind of drags. Like the Cyclops is fighting. They trying to escape off the boat. They still coming up with a plan. Like it's a lot. It's a lot going on. So we have that. And I just feel like either I get the first, but like does that make sense? Like I would have had it. Percy gives the Cyclops mercy. The Cyclops takes his way. But if we really want to like show like Cyclops are nasty, we can have the Cyclops escape. I gotta put my shoulder up because I'm tired. Let me bring y'all down. So we could have the Cyclops come back and like, ooh, it's a fake out. Like, ooh, don't give them mercy. Because it questions, Percy. Because Percy's like fatal flaw is like, he's very selfless. I forgot the exact fatal flaw, but like he's very selfless. He's very like, he's eager to grant mercy. He will put himself last before anyone else. So like that does question like, what do? You try to give someone mercy and they still try to kill you. So like I appreciate that. But then the thing is, we escape and then we run into Luke. It's like, oh brother, here we go. So we deal with Luke. Luke finally gets outed to the camp and everything, and then Luke, like Percy is about to die 11 times to Luke. It's like, oh my goodness. And then they do the fake out with the bolt, not the bolt, I'm thinking of book one, the fleece. So Clarice gets away with the fleece. What's it called? What's that boy name? Luke comes in again and is like, hold on, not yet. It's just a whole lot of, when it comes to the ending of the book, it's like, not yet. You think it's over, but it's not over. You think it's over, it's not over. And it's just, it did it a little too many times for me. As I might have to go back and reread it because it honestly might, the way I'm explaining it right now, I feel like I'm not getting the point. But if you felt the same way, let's talk. Let's talk. But yeah, when I'm thinking about it now, but I just remember me listening to the book and being like, Lord, we still going? Like, I remember that. But as I repeat it back now, I'm like, maybe it wasn't that serious. But I think it was just the Cyclops part. The Cyclops, there were so many like false escapes that it was just like, okay, can they finally get out? But yeah, I think, yeah, and then like I said, when they made it back to camp and they did the chariot race again, that was cool. I forgot what happened to Tyson. Where did Tyson go? Because Tyson doesn't stay around. He went, where did he go? I don't remember. Where did Tyson go? Y'all tell me. But yeah, Tyson goes somewhere and we all reunite. All's well that ends well. And then we find out that, Talia's back and it's time to get real crazy. And so, yeah, I'm on the third book right now. It's very, No, and I'm trying to figure out where we're going because I'm at the part where they're at some museum right now. Percy meets up with the gang at the museum, and there's like a lot going on. There's a lot going on that I'm trying to keep up with, but yeah, I'm trying to yeah. That's where I'm at. But yeah, all in all, Percy Jackson, the Sea of Monsters, I would rate it a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was like a real good follow up to the first one. I just wish there was a lot. Woof. I just wish, me personally, I wish we'd got kind of the trio together because I feel like we sacrifice old characters to introduce new characters. I feel like, like we put Grover to the side and we kind of like don't, we're not like, Grover's there, but he's kind of just like a comedic relief. Like he's struggling, he's putting on this act as a bride for this Cyclops. Like it's supposed to be funny, but it's also like, oh my God, Grover's in trouble. Like how long is he gonna be able to keep this up, right? So that's kind of Grover's whole thing for the entire novel. But obviously we kind of had to do that to Grover so we could get Tyson. And I just wish those could coexist. I wish those two things could have coexisted. And yeah, but I see the purpose. I see why Rick had to sideline Grover. I think Percabeth, adorable. I think Luke as a villain, interesting. But I hope book 3 does something a little different because I feel like it would get redundant if Luke is just doing the exact same thing. Like, we have this plot of the book going on, but Luke is always in the background trying to get Chronos back. Like we gotta come up with something else for Luke. We gotta come up with something a little more conniving or something a little different for Luke to do in book 3. So hopefully we get there. But yeah, Luke is very interesting. I liked kind of the commentary on the Greek gods and like how they are as parents and how they have to kind of deal with that. I liked meeting Apollo. Yes. No, not Apollo. Hermes. We meet Hermes in this book on the beach, right? Yeah, I liked meeting Hermes. Hermes? Is it Hermes or Hermes? I don't know. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters. Like I said, really enjoyed it. Share your thoughts on the book. Do y'all think the ending dragged, or am I making that up? Do I need to go reread the book and make that up? And say I made that up. But yeah, I just want to give y'all the Percy Jackson video that I owed y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I might be back when I finish the Titan's Curse. Because I feel like it's gonna gag. I feel like it's gonna gag because what is going on with Annabeth? Annabeth is chained up somewhere, locked up. Like, leave my sister alone. So yeah, I'll come back with the Titan's Curse if I'm gagged. If I'm gagged at the Titan's Curse, I'll be back. But can y'all hear that? Oh my goodness. Bye, y'all.